Hello guys, how's it going? Good day to you. Okay, so today has been another slow day in the market, but I managed to snatch up $15 of profit. Minus the fees, which are probably around $4. That would be $11 or 11.50 in profit. Um, well, this is not a lot, but since I am still practicing at 100 shares, this is totally fine. And if you imagine the normal share size of a trade should be, in the thousands, maybe like 1,000 to 10,000. And at 1,000, those $16 that I made on that trade would have been 160, and on 10,000, 1,600. So even though it was a really small trade, that would have totally added up to a very good amount. My daily goal is $200 a day, so that would have been, if at 1,000 shares, it would have been very close to my goal. And most likely, I would trade this around 3,000 shares, 2,000, 3,000. So my daily goal would have been reached. Now here on my screen, you can see, I did 2 trades today. You can see both here. I managed to show them on the chart. On this green arrow here, you can see where I got into that one, and here you saw where I got out. And actually, if we look at this, that was a quick scalp, and it was good that I got out, because this is what happened after. The second trade was this one right here. I'm not going to move it because this is a super mess. um, I saw this going up. My reaction was a little bit slow. I actually started watching it around this level, and I was thinking afterwards, I could have tried scalping this here just before 7 to see, if it breaks above 7, because usually what stocks do is when they're in the 90s and they break over the full dollar, they break 5 to 10 cents immediately. They don't ever break, say, like, they don't break from 6.97 to 7. But if they break 7, they go to 7.10 pretty much all the time, super quickly. So there is an opportunity there, if you're really fast, to make a good amount of profit in just a very, very, very short amount of time. However, I only thought of this in retrospect. I could have done this. And as I was thinking this, it kept rising. And then I figured, okay, maybe I can do the same thing just before the half mark. And I got in, but I actually messed up a little bit with my hotkeys. I still have to get used to my hotkeys. Having to change from my previous hotkeys that I had in the web trader to the new ones here, where I can't use the exact same ones, I am struggling with that. So my actions aren't as fast as I would like them to be. So in this one, I got in at the place I wanted, and I wanted to set a stop loss that didn't work, and I wanted to see it rise. And then just, all of a sudden, I saw it kind of like, okay, it's not holding this level. I just sold immediately because I was struggling so much with my hotkeys. I didn't want to take the risk of holding it into a longer drop, because I couldn't set the proper stop loss that I wanted to set. So since that was the case, I just sold it immediately at a tiny little loss of about 50 cents. And well, as you can see, after that, it dropped quite a bit. And at this point in time, I was happy that I got out. But then it started grinding up slowly, and I never really found a good entry, because here, if you look, there was support at this level, 703, 704. There's support. It rose above 7 to 720, 721, and then it dropped down to 704, and it stayed at that level for 3 full minutes. So it's not really a good entry. And then as it broke that, it surged up so fast you couldn't really react. And after that, it dropped again. Then in this period, it was actually rising quite slowly, but again, I wasn't sure what's going to happen. I'm not experienced enough, I guess, to be able to see this pattern. But even though I didn't see anybody else, some people in the chat room took this trade and they made good amounts of money, but lots of them got in before this level, and they just sold in this area, so they were like really well off. Since I didn't get in this level and I didn't get in here, I just had no opportunity to sell anything in this area, and I was too afraid to get in here, as were most people. And then this was happening, and kind of seeing it already extended so much from when it started here today, seeing it extended so much, and grinding up slowly, there was not really a reason to believe it would keep going. So it did fall, and now it's crawling up a little bit again, falling again. We're not really sure what's happening here. So in any case, I want to stay away from this, I think, for now, as I'm quite happy that I'm just green. And yeah, that's it. Now we can go. Let me just quickly show you the trades that I was the trades in the video. You see here, I was watching this one. This is PULM, the first trade I took, and I saw it rise to this level, and then it kind of hit some resistance and started dropping. And I was watching it in that area, and as soon as I saw it come back up, I hit the buy button. It's sometime in the next few minutes. There we go. I just did it. It's not like there's no signal here as there is in the web trader, so I was again confused. And also, I'm not sure about this one yet, but here I could set a stop loss, so that was fine. And then I was just watching it, and it ended up, yeah, rising nicely, so I did make some profit on that. It kind of goes slowly, which is something I'm much more comfortable with than those really quick spikes that happen every now and then, which give the biggest wins, of course, but which are also incredibly difficult to manage. So I'm happy when something does this, where I set a bet and a good stop loss, and then it just slowly grinds up to higher levels. And then here, as it was reaching the $2 resistance point, and it couldn't break $2. Actually, I was still holding it. I was thinking about setting my stop loss. I think I did change my stop loss to 190 exactly. Yes, I set my stop loss to 190. So that was good. And then it broke $2. And in this case, that's the exception. Okay, I just told you 5 minutes ago that if something breaks over the full dollar, it rarely breaks only 0, 1, or 2 cents. It usually breaks 10 cents immediately. In this case, this didn't happen. Well, here you go. It went to a high of 206 immediately. So it did eventually get there, but it was touching 2 quite a long time. So in this case, it was a 6-cent rise within a couple of seconds, and then it goes to 2.9, 2.7, to 8, to 9, and 2.10 is the high of day. And yeah, by this time I got out of it already. I feel like in the web trader there's one advantage, that when you set a stop loss, you can still sell even with the stop loss going on. It just cancels the stop loss. But here that doesn't happen. Here, if you have a stop loss order sitting in your order window, then you cannot sell. So this is kind of a bummer, as I would like to have both options, obviously. But in any case, I got out. When did I get out? At 2, just at 2. Yeah, that was a stop loss that I set at 2. Because I tried to sell above 2. That's how I found out that I couldn't do that. I tried to sell above 2, but I couldn't, and just by the time I saw this, it had dropped to my stop loss, and I stopped out at 2. But this is fine, because as you could see in the previous pattern, it just kept falling. Okay, let me quickly check my order history. I got into my second trade at 10:14. So let's go. This is 340, and that should be around here for 13. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. Yes. So here we are. Gonna have to, if it was for 14, we'll just keep watching this. I was watching this, trying to break over the $0.50. It had reached to a high of 44. So I was just watching this for an opportunity. As I said before, I was already watching it in the 690 area, but I decided not. Or I forgot to go into that, or I didn't think of getting into that at that time. So here I just got in a second ago, around 740, and here I'm trying to set stop loss and sell into the high. I was actually thinking about, I should have sold here, but I couldn't because of the stop loss. So now I'm thinking, okay, should I adjust my stop loss? And I do adjust my stop loss. Here you can go, I cancel it, and I set a new one at 740. Oh no, I just sell it. Okay, my apologies again. I just sell it as it fails to break that level. Yep, and that's it. And those were my 2 trades today. So nothing super exciting happening, but I'm very happy that I made profit, even though it's like, I mean, it's $15, but it's better than anything less than zero, right? So that being said, I'm going to keep this attitude going. Small wins, safe bets, more or less safe bets. So far I've had good small trades like my first one today, and I'm going to keep trying to make those trades. There's still a lot of stuff I can learn, of course, because the setup there, the first trade was maybe a bit risky given that the stock has a history of jumping up and then falling quickly, as you can see in the daily chart. So it was still something where I maybe took a little bit of a risky trade in general, but because I managed it quite well, I managed to still make money. So that's the whole point. It's all about risk management. Go into trades where you feel you can make some money. Make sure that whatever happens, you set your stop loss so that whatever happens, you get out at a reasonable level and you don't lose too much. That's the first step. And then it's just experience. You look at a stock, at its history, and you kind of know what its potential is, and then you make a decision. And every now and then you'll have a really big lucky trade, and that's great. That's good. So yeah, let's keep doing this slow but steady, and we'll all get there eventually. It's just a matter of time until we reach the level of until we are able to do this for a living. With that being said, wish you guys a good day, good night, good day, whatever, and see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.